Hi, this is Pam, Pam's Paper Place, and I've completed 3 of these Mary Engelbreit journals. I had made these because somebody requested that I make one. I haven't heard from her lately, so I may just put 2 of them on Etsy, and if she's able to get them, I'll put them on Etsy later in the afternoon. So these are the 3 that I made. They all kind of have a loose theme to them. This one is home, more like home, has that door. This one I believe was spring, and then this one was kind of a country farmhouse type. So let's check them out. They're quite large, quite heavy. I've added a lot to them. They're about 10 by about 6.5. They're all fabric covered, and they have zigzagged around them. Pretty Mary Engelbreit fabrics. And then we have some buttons. Really pretty. Life is just a chair of bullies. And then I have this band, like an elastic band. And then I have these buttons, and then I have this little flower charm. So this is the spring one. And there's the buttons. Okay, so you open it up, and it's cute. Wait for spring, and I've gathered some from books. This is wallpaper, just different Mary Engelbreit cards and such. I think I cut this out of a book. Wait for spring. Isn't that so cute? And then I have a little bag in here, and I might put a few little things in there like cutoffs, and I have extra papers maybe, or I might just leave it empty. I'm not sure. We'll see how much I have left over. Then I have this little tag and this little wallpaper pocket. Little pretty paper, and then they all have this red gingham on the edge. They're basically the same, but different papers and things. This is from the kitchen of, that's Mary Engelbreit little sticker pack that I found. I found these Mary Engelbreit little tags to from. It's like a little garden theme. Then this is a little recipe that you could write on. And then this pretty recipe card. So let's tuck in there. This was like a, I don't know what, stationery. I have 2 different kinds of this paper. I found this one and then this set of stationery. So we have that one. Then here I had some little notepads with this that I washi taped on, so you could move it, take it off, put it where you want. This is from a book, Bloom Where You Are Planted. And that's on the other side of the book. This was from a calendar that I cut apart. It was like a summer calendar. I added this pretty blue seam binding and this blue paper clip. And then there was like a little hole where the calendar was, and I fussy cut this little shell and put it there. Here's some pretty sunflower paper, and this I cut out, and then I backed it on this green cardstock for a tuck. And then I put a little 1980 vintage flower card in there. Now this is one I think I'm going to keep because it's a little off kilter here. But I could just tear it out. So I may keep that one. Or see how it's just a little off kilter. I think I'm just going to tear it out. There we go. But I'm thinking about keeping this one. Then I cut this from a magazine For every man, the world is as fresh as it was at the first day, and is full of untold novelties for him who has the eyes to see them. The pretty little garden, squirrel, little birdhouse there, and I backed it on a large playing card. Tucked here, and this is an envelope that you could fill with things. This is Bloom Where You're Planted card. Used it as a tuck. Added black gingham ribbon. Sewed around this paper pad that I also had. Cut out this from a calendar. Cut that little flower out. Fussy cut. Sewed it around. So that tucks behind here. And then you could write here. It's a pretty card. Then here I added some stickers with sunflowers. They have sparkly on it. This little belly band. And then I cut this out and added cloth washi tape. It says Believe, and there's a little fairy there. And little flowers. Back that on some scrapbook paper. And here's some more of that Mary Engelbreit paper. Here I found some Mary Engelbreit wrapping paper. And you can just tuck that behind there. These were made by Pamela Holderness, Gypsy Girl. She had made these and given me some Mary Engelbreit things a while ago. And also another Pamela. I've never met so many Pamelas as I have on YouTube. And then Pamela Oxendine also sent me, some of the Mary Engelbreit cards and things. This was like a calendar. I made it a flip. Cut this out from some small 6x6 Mary Engelbreit paper pad. Pretty images. This is from an arts and crafts Mary Engelbreit book. Really pretty image. Scrapbook paper. More paper from a book showing you how to make things. This is like a lightly dyed paper. I sewed this together to add on this paper here, scrapbook paper, zigzagged, and then I added a couple of these little sayings that I found in the books, and I may add more of those as I find them. Here is a flip up with a tuck. Added a one of these flower cards. Then this little, cut this little circle out, and then there's some pretty sparkly flowers there. This has some like 3, I think, papers of this note card that fits into this pocket. And then there's a couple little cute little tags that go in this pocket, and I did some stitching, and this was from a little sticker pack. Got a memo page paper. It's from a book. I added this trim, or paper trim. And then here's a little flip tuck. Have a little tag with this pretty yellow seam binding. And then this is like a little, got some papers to it. Little notepad. Writing here is a pocket. I cut these out of a magazine, Friends of the Flowers in the Garden of Life, on this tag. And then this little pocket stitched around. Then I also put that there, and you've got some paper to journal. And then here's the center of the signature. It has this little girl in the garden, and then here's all the pretty little buttons. Cute coloring page in the garden, and this is an Anne Estelle paper doll. So I just added some paper dolls here for clothes. And this is part of a wallpaper. This is from some Mary Engelbreit scrapbook paper. Made a tag. Here she is, Anne Estelle. Added that little bow. Here's a little card, playing card. So cute. then here's a pocket I zigzagged around, a little tag with some black gingham ribbon. And here we have a little fabric flip. Added some crochet trim and this black and white polka dot trim. Another flip tuck with a playing card and another little card. It's part of a book. All you need is a friend. And there's the other side of that paper. And then this was a cutout from a little paper doll that I fussy cut out. I got this from a calendar, put that there. This is from a book. It says You're a Doll. So cute with paper dolls. Adorable. And then there's a little birdhouse there. Okay, not liking my lighting. Let's see. Oops, sorry. Okay, and then this is cute. Friends are the flowers in the garden of life. From a book. There's that dyed paper. And I sewed this together. Pretty with the little beehive. Then here's some more little Mary Engelbreit from a notepad, and I washi taped those papers there. You can move them if you'd like. I zigzagged this paper together. And happiness must be grown in one's own garden. And you have this pretty sparkly paper. And here is a Mary Engelbreit note card with a garden. And then here's a time card, and I just added that little trim. Here we have an envelope, and I added some extra paper here. And I might put more things in here that I might have left over. Just another one of these little tags. And playing card, this card here. So, goes there. And then you have this bee card, the queen bee, for writing. And then also this little booklet that I made out of some really pretty scrapbook paper. Here's the wrapping paper, more of that like stationery. I fussy cut this out of an envelope. And then here was an invitation that I found, Mary Engelbreit. Pretty paper. Here's some cherry fabric. Then I made this little tag and added the little button. Added these cute little ladybugs onto this envelope, and there's the card that goes with it. So there's lots of little cards and places to write. And here's the other side. I'm going to take that out. And then here on this pretty paper with gold foiling, I added this. It has a little sunflower there and a black-eyed Susans. Pretty. And then I took this brad and I added the leaves and these little sparkly bits, sparkly gems. This was another wallpaper, and then this I cut from a book and backed it on some cardstock. One touch of nature makes the whole world kin. So it just goes there. This is another little flip tuck. Added this little flower. And then you have some Mary Engelbreit, like little 6x6 paper. And then I added this recipe card to bring out a little red out of that. Give it a little more color. Some more of that paper. And then here's a pocket, and I added really pretty sparkly flowers. And a Bloom Where You're Planted card, and some to-do list with cherries on it. Cherry pie. And that's the back. This is that little wallpaper square and a little tag. And then this is the little place you could put things in here. I might add more things, papers, cut-offs, you know, that I have, magazine bits. And then that just shuts like that with a magnet. And this is the spring one. And I'm thinking about keeping this because I don't like how it's sewn. I mean, so I'll probably keep this one. So I'll show you the other ones that I'll list. So the next two are, this one was the home theme, and really pretty paper, the door, welcome. So that's why I have a little key here for like the door. So these buttons on, and then you have buttons here. It's beautiful. So, and then I zigzagged around. And loving hands at home. Another cute image, and then I have another little bag in there. Put stuff in there. Isn't that cute? So this is kind of a home theme. Little tag in here. There's a wallpaper square, and then you've got the red gingham ruffle. The same here. You got a little one of these little tags, and then the same little tuck spots, recipe cards. This paper here, and then a little note paper. It's cute, a little house. A house of my own, out of the winds and the rain's way. So cute. Little dollhouse. Count your blessings. And this was from that calendar. It's like a summer calendar that I cut that out. Added this pretty blue seam binding. This I cut out and backed on this yellow cardstock. Love one another. And then I have this I cut out and backed on this paper. A little piece of quiet. Then we have some of this ledger. And then we have a flip tuck, a little tag with yellow seam binding, and then this little booklet. Has some papers in it. Pretty yellow scrapbook paper. And then I fussy cut this out from an envelope. And here's one of these little invitations. This is the same here. Little button. This was from the wallpaper. More like that stationery. And then here's a little flip from a calendar. Cute. They're out in the garden. This is from like a craft Mary Engelbreit book. A life is just a bowl of cherries. That paper. And then here's a little card. Oops, I gotta put a little tie ribbon in there. So that goes there. Sew this paper together. And then here you have some like dyed paper. Bowlies, so cute. Having her cherries. And then I added this favorite recipes and this little sticker seasoned with love that flips up for journaling. And then I have a fabulous fudge with cherries. Cherry opera fudge recipe, a vintage one, I think from the 70s. And then these little tags here. Sewed around there. I'm going to add another little tag there, or tie there. And then you have these little note papers. The great end of life is not knowledge, but action. And this kind of tucks under here. That's one of those little clusters that Pamela Holderness sent me. Gypsy Girl Crafts. Scrapbook paper. Made this little envelope, or little tuck. And here you have Bloom Where You're Planted, and then it has some papers in it. And then this time card, added this paper trim. And then here's the middle of the signature. It's got a cute little house because it's a house theme. There you got your cute buttons. Really cute. And then I have these pockets. All you need is a friend. And this one, she's got a quilt. The more the merrier. All her little stuffed animals on a big playing card. And here's the flip, fabric flip. Here's a little flip here, flip tuck. Little tags and a playing card. And this is washi taped on. This is a little scrap pad. And then I sewed this together here. More paper here. Here's a tuck, and here's the garden card. And then this was just, I put this in here. It's a little bit from a book about Mary Engelbreit. Thought that might be interesting to read. And then we have a pocket. I have orange cherry pie from 1971. That looks good. Life is just a chair of bowlies. Here's the dyed paper. A little more about Mary Engelbreit. Here's a really pretty image. This is an envelope, and I added these stickers with flowers on this envelope, and then here is the card. Another page that's been stitched with some of her pretty images. Here's another flip tuck. This is the Queen of Everything. And this is a recipe card, and these are the 6x6 papers from Mary Engelbreit paper pad. There's the envelope, and then I just added a few more little things in there. I might add more. Added that cute flower, and there's that same, the Queen Bee card, and then just a little journaling spot. There's that stationery, and then you could also tuck something in here. It's got these little apples, and I have an apple crisp dessert. It's from 1971, and another little recipe card. And there's the vintage wrapping paper. Here's the big wallpaper pocket. I cut this out. You know, fathers have a way of putting everything together. Sweet. And then here, this was from a magazine that I cut out, and then I added these flowers and a butterfly, and I need to put the trim in there, the bow. And there's an envelope that you can fill up. Here's some ledger, a little lemon pocket with lemon meringue pie. Yum. And this is sewn together. Or that stationery. This is really cute. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% what you do with what happens to you. And that's a cute little card there. And then I added a little lemonade card in here, and then a little cherry pie to-do list. A couple papers of that. And then there's a little lemonade sparkly tag there. And I think that's the last. And then you have this little tag and that little wallpaper, and then you have a closure that you can put things in here. So that's this one, which is Home. I'll list it as Mary Engelbreit Home Journal. Pretty one, blue one. And then the last one is this one, which is kind of a farmhouse one. Here's some of the cute buttons. And then it has buttons here and this little cherry flower charm. And we open it up. Has a little heart bag in here. And then she's sitting on her porch. Such a pretty image there. I backed it on this paper here. This has been sewn around. There's that little tag. This is wallpaper, a little house. Here's some cute chickens and the gingham trim. And this is same as the others. Stationery, so cute. The comforter. This is from the calendar, the summer calendar. I actually even fussy cut these out because when I cut it, it seemed off balance, so I cut these and added them there and added that shell. Ledger. There's the wrapping paper. Here's an envelope that you could fill up. And there's the time card that tucks there. This is that invitation with the fussy cut teapots. This would be the same. Stationery. Some papers, pad, washi taped in. It's a little flip. So cute. The birthday cake. They made a mess. Here's a little from a book page. This is a little tuck here. Here's that fabric flip with a ribbon. Queen of the kitchen. Here's some dyed paper. She's in the kitchen making cookies with little hearts. And then here's a little card, flower card, vintage. This flips up. And then you have this little pretty sticker here with some flowers. And then here's your little tags, little apple barrel. Then you have your note paper, and then here's apple dumplings. It's from 1971. Memo paper. This has a little recipe in here. And it flips over like that. And then here's a flip tuck with a playing card and a tag. There's the big wallpaper pocket, and I cut this out and added on this black cardstock. Everybody needs their own spot. And here we have the booklet here. Just added that there. It's got a bunch of papers here. Then here's the journaling tag with this fun yarn. And then I fussy cut this out of a paper pad, added that there. Then here we have this large chicken pocket, and I added that little sticker. Okay, my video on my phone cut off, so we will continue on. We just looked at this one, and then we're at this page. I had that little sticker there, cute little chickens. This card on a playing card. And then this is washi taped in, some papers. And then this is the middle of the signature, cute little farm scene, coloring page. And then we have this here, cute little friend card. Then we have these little stickers, measuring spoons, rolling tape, made with love, and fresh apple pie. There's some pies on here, and here's a Japanese flowering cherry. It's a 1980 card. Pretty scrapbook paper. And then here, on that glare, we have been friends together in sunshine and in shade. Cutest little images. Journalers or gardener's journal. There's a cute pocket with a little sticker with that apple barrel. We have rosy apple salads. It's from 1971. And then we have this little recipe card. Here's a card. One loses many laughs by not laughing at oneself. The journal there. Here's the little tag made with the scrapbook paper. This is pails. And here's the dyed paper. This is glued on. We have this card. Pretty with the envelope. And I added these little red boots. Kind of country-ish. So this little piece of scrapbook paper. Here's your flip tuck with a tag. And here's the little booklet with some papers. And then I added some other little quotes. And then here's the stationery. This opens up. And then I have some more of the little cards in here. And I added this paper here. This little flower. And then you have your Queen Bee card. And here's a little booklet that I made. Some scrapbook paper. This is a little card, food for thought. And it has a recipe card. And this is chocolate drops. It has little cherries in them. Yeah, chocolate cherry drops. Vintage recipe card. Pretty scrapbook paper. And here's some more of the wrapping paper. We've got ledger. And here's a pocket. Some pretty gingham ribbon. And then here is a picture, the garden that I backed on some yellow cardstock. And here's the gardening card. And this paper's been sewn on here. And here's some more, just a couple papers from a Mary Engelbreit small pad that has been washi taped on. More of that scrapbook paper. Here's a pocket with a cherry notepad paper. A constant friend is a thing rare and hard to find. Isn't that a pretty card? And then we have the ruffle trim, the little wallpaper pocket, cute chickens, and then here is the place that you could add things. It has a little magnet. So this one is the farm one. And I'm going to list them this afternoon. I want to get outside a little bit. We've got nice weather here in Michigan today. So we have the farmhouse one. And then we have the home one. And this one, I'm going to keep the spring one just because I don't like the way it's sewn in the binding. So these two will be listed in my Etsy. The farmhouse, Mary Engelbreit, and the home, welcome home, excuse me, Mary Engelbreit. So thank you for watching. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.